My name is Julie Valadez, and as you may know, there has been a recall filed by Wisconsin Women for Change on Michael J. Abrahamian and Ralph Ramirez in the Waukesha County Courthouse in Wisconsin. There is information about the recall at wisconsinwomenforchange.org where you can learn more about the reasons behind the recall. There's information provided to you about the Wisconsin 2003 Legislative Act 130, where Wisconsin passed legislation to protect victims of domestic abuse, and these laws have not been upheld by Michael Abrahamian or Ralph Ramirez as their oath as a judge requires them to do. Abrahamian was reversed on his final ruling for violation of not complying with those laws, and Ralph Ramirez has continued that violation to this day. I want to take a minute and make this video personal. I would like to share with you personally my request to you on why it is important to sign the recall. You can go today between 3 and 4 to the parking lot across from the Waukesha County Courthouse and drive through. Somebody will come to your window. A volunteer will provide the petition for you, and you can sign right from your vehicle as you drive through the parking lot across from the Waukesha County Courthouse between 3 and 4 o'clock today. We plan on continuing to provide these opportunities, and I want to take a minute for you to understand from a more personal reason why this is extremely important. In my case, I would like the public to really understand that my children have been unlawfully kidnapped from me. As of today, as I make this video, I have no access to my children. My ex, unfortunately, was found undisputed to have engaged in a pattern of domestic abuse. And they continue to keep my children with the abuser and continue this abuse in the courthouse. The most important thing that I want to personally urge you in this video is to please understand that my children have been unlawfully kidnapped from their mother, the protective, safe parent. I'm a stay-at-home mother, provided them all of their services for their special needs, got them into programs, coached their soccer on the PTO, involved. My kids are my life. I love them with all my heart. All I have done every day is try to get back my children that have been wrongfully taken from me. It has been found to be unlawful. So this is not just me saying it's unlawful. The appellate court has found what Waukesha County Courthouse has been doing to be a violation of Wisconsin law. My children are being kept from me unlawfully, and to this very day, as I speak in this video right now, I have no ability to have any information about where my children are, no ability to communicate with them. They're trying and asking to get back to me, and they are being kidnapped from their mother. I have no way of communicating with my children as I make this video. And this is a very serious public interest concern. We cannot allow public officials to kidnap children in our community. We cannot allow public officials to violate Wisconsin law. There has to be accountability. The community has to stand up and say that this is wrong. That is why I urge you to sign this recall. And I urge you to get involved, speak up. In our community, even within the school district, they have a campaign, do see something, say something. And there have been middle school individuals that have had the courage to see something and say something regarding what is being done to my children. And I'm asking you to please see something and say something. You have seen what has happened to me and my children unlawfully in this community. The appellate Justice Grogan wrote in an appellate dissent clarifying that my children and I have been subjected to injustice, and we still are to this very day. We need your help. We need your help. And it's not just my children. If this could happen to my children, it could happen to your children. If we do not address this public interest concern, there is nothing to stop the financial incentive of a bad actor in bad faith in a office of the court to unlawfully take your children for their own gain. Molly Jasmer is seeking over $50,000 when she's been found to be advocating for a position against the law. This is not okay. We have to stop this unlawful behavior in the Waukesha courthouse. Me and my children need your help, but all of the children that are being impacted need you to see something and say something. There have been other families that have started to come forward. They are afraid of the retaliation of this courthouse for good reason, but we cannot be silent. And they have come forward to say that me too. Molly Jasmer came in and unlawfully took my son and sent him to a different state. Molly Jasmer came in and unlawfully took my children and placed them with the abusive parent for over a year. Catherine De Lorenzo came in and took my child and placed them with the individual that has a restraining order against them for harassment. These are cases you can look up. This is happening in our community. These children are the ones affected. Please consider the children. Consider my 4 children. Consider any child that is ripped from their primary caretaker, their protective parent. It is not okay. It needs to stop. And we need you to get involved and participate today, and to get involved so that we can be part of the change. We are asking you to get involved, to be part of the solution. We are working on saying, this is how we can change this. We have been working very hard to organize this recall, to create the public awareness, to inform you about the Wisconsin Legislative Act 130, the protections that are supposed to be there for victims of domestic abuse, for our constitutional rights that are being violated by the Waukesha courthouse. These are federally protected constitutional rights. You have a constitutional protected liberty interest in the care and custody of your own children. The Waukesha County Courthouse is violating federal constitutional law. We have to see something and say something. I know there are so many of you out there. I imagine a majority of you that are watching this right now have been impacted yourself. Whether you had a case and you saw this happening, or you know of someone, whether it was a family member or a friend, and it's at the point that we cannot be silent, and we cannot be silent most of all for the children's sake. So please sign the petition today.